I think. Oh, Itumak, Sagani. Hello.
Hush, Itumak. We'll just wait a little longer.
I hope this guy is a hunter. I think this might be a new follower. I think this is very much a new follower. A dwarven woman dressed in skins and hides leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by the thick stripe on her face paint. She's sharpening a bone arrowhead with a scrimshaw-handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on the bear figurine between her feet. A large white-furred fox standing on her heels looks up at your approach.
Easy, Itumak. It's not him.
I have no idea, Sagnif. Requirement not made. Nice. No idea even what it requires. Who are you waiting for?
Short version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
Standing around here is probably not the most proactive thing you could do. Perhaps not, but running around all over Durwood hasn't done much good so far. The fox next to her yawns. Your friend is supposed to meet you here.
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
Back up. Does this stranger have to do... What does this stranger have to do with your friend?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitok. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
Why can't you find him? There can't be that many of your people in the Durwood. He died when I was still a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, did I? I'm looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone. Well, shit. That's fairly easy task, I guess. How long have you been looking for Persok? Her painted brow lowers and her compact muscular frame sags for just an instant. 5 years? So you've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember. Who could be anyone now?
That about sums it up.
This game only has long version on everything. Yes. Why do you have to find Persok? She smiles wryly. That's more of a campfire tale. I'm not quite ready to get into it. Then it must be an important duty.
So I keep reminding myself. Still, it would be nice if important duties came with clearer instructions.
She looks at the Adra figurine in the dirt. How does that statuette figure into it? She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished Adra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and ovoid haunches. The soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persok. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
As she holds it out to you, you feel wisps of sensation, not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitok, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persok, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright.
Definitely, Sagnif.
For a few hours. But most of the time, it looks just like this.
Maybe it's broken. I could take a look at it.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course. I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls.
Soul Splinter,
I
you
knew
get
it
that
was a long
sometimes?
shot, but what did I have to lose?
Nice.
I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the Wolf's Lair and the twining trees.
What's the Wolf's Lair? Defiance Bay. Locals call the current Duke, Wolfgren. Sounds like he'd be fun to drink with. Is Twining Trees a real place? He meant Twin Elms. I haven't been there yet, but I heard they have some especially memorable trees. Go on.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place, right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
You could still go after the False Watcher. She sweats the air. I was mostly trying to scare him. I wouldn't really kill a man over a few gold pieces. I don't have much use for a coin anyway. Besides, knowing his type, he's cleared out of town by now and spent whatever he made. What if I am Persok? No. May I see the figurine?
Why?
Please? I'm a real watcher.
You expect me to believe that? After the story I just told you?
You got nothing to lose by letting me try.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
She hands you the figurine, her chapped knuckles grazing your hand. She watches you examine it, wary but curious. You raise the other bear, turning it into the light. As your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through your through eyes that aren't your own. You catch a mask of beasts amidst the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step up here. You look down just long enough to see a sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. I see a vision cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? There's a lot of perception requirements on this. Your question is greeted with a Sharaxan silence. I've got it. He's standing on a cliff.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
I told you, I'm a watcher. She blinks at you a few times, calculating. If you'd seen the way he stares at dead things, you'd know he's serious.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business in the area, and we can look for Persok on the way.
And if this is your idea of a joke, you may be stuck with me for a while. Lead the way.
Yay. The long hunt. So we got a crazy dwarven hunter with a doggy. Fine hide armor, fine hunting bow. I might have some gear for you. With Perception 15 you learn that the cliff is at the sea. I guess Perception 18, which is the base max value, would probably tell you the exact location. You can go with those, you can get this. You don't have a hat? You can have a hat as well. Male coif. Oh, that doesn't go there. And that's not the male. What? It's a bit broken and bald in the back. Nah. We'll find you a fancy headgear eventually. Ah, that's fine. Sagani. Sagani draws up beside you, her fox following at her heels, and takes a seat next to you.
Even if you are putting one over on me, it's nice to have a hunting party again.
You've been searching for Persok for 5 years.
5 years for me. Must be 30-something for Ichimak.
Hearing its name, the fox looks up. What an adventure. How is the search going?
It's been a long hunt. A long time away from my family. Before, I'd crossed the tundra of Nasitok following caribou herds. I didn't want to leave Kalu and our children, but I was eager to visit lands my people rarely do. But 5 years without finding him. It's like 2 hours of necking. I'm ready to be done with it.
Just quickly passes over the fact that the fox has been looking for the guy for 30 years. I don't think foxes live 30 years. Why do you have to find Persok?
Soul recovery is an old village tradition. We call it the Tarnek Ilitsak. Once in a generation, we seek the soul of a much respected and long dead village elder. We tell him what's changed in the village, how people remember him. The only other Tarnek Ilitsak during my lifetime happened when I was a girl, not long after Persok died. We feasted on blubber and fermented milk for a week, and we honored the chosen huntress as a hero. Then she left, and we returned to our duties. We still sang her name to the skies during festival season, but we otherwise didn't speak of her.
What happened to her? I don't think she ever returned. It happens that way sometimes. She folds her arms, her expression sober. I'm sure your village still remembers you, Sagani. You're kind to say so, but I am not so fragile that I need my name chanted in the meeting halls.
It's not being forgotten by my village that troubles me. But sometimes I wonder how my husband and children remember me, if they think of me often.
Returning them is what matters. She nods, both practical and true.
Still, there's no point in dwelling on it. More often I find myself wondering whether Persok will remember us. You claim to see souls. What do you think? Do you remember your past lives?
Yes, in fragments. She leans, her hair spread closer. Really? What's that like? It's strange. Feels like I'm going crazy most of the time. She sits back. I don't envy you. Guess I'm lucky I only have to worry about someone else's past life.
Makes me wonder what Persok remembers about our village. Or if a turn at the wheel has yanked the details out of his mind like it does for most of us.
What will you tell him about your village?
Masuk is probably much the same as it was 100 years ago. We live between tundra and frozen forests, and the land takes as much as it gives. But our hardships bring us together. And the elders truly unite us. They keep the stories of past generations, and they guide us from season to season, through good years and lean.
Itumak brushes against her hip, and she scratches his head. Recently, there have been a lot of good years. My aunt say we've had fewer clashes with the neighboring villages thanks to the hunting territories that Persok helped establish. In bad years, we rely on trade with the merchants that pass our shores. We exchange walrus tusks and seal pelts for grains that last us the hard winters. Persok brokered a lot of those agreements too. She holds up the bear figurine. He got this from one of the Aumau ships that used to trade with us. It sounds the Persok did a lot for your people.
That's what I'm supposed to remind him.
Sounds like you're on a hunt of your own, though. You feeling the thrill of the chase, or are you ready for this to be over? I enjoy the adventure. Every day brings something new. Refreshing indeed. She rises and stretches, looking around. We got darkness on our side. Shall we move on? Let's go. One second, I'm gonna blow my nose. And we're back. Let's go.
What is it?
What kind of abilities do
Watcher.
you have? Wounding shot. He or she would with fleeing prey, the hunter aims for the spot that will slow the enemy progress, hobbling the target and inflicting raw damage over time. Marked prey. Designates a single target as prey, giving ranger and animal companion a damage bonus against the target. Nice.
Yes.
Let's go.
They won't see me coming.
What's in here? Bad visitor. Oh. No. When are we getting good visitors? There was a few of those awakened tree guys here. Those Pufkra. We actually need to make a new custom formation. What happened to my custom formation? Why is the healer in the front? Let's put Wolf in the middle. You on the side.
Wait, sailors, maybe.
That's not right. Huh?
Bring them down.
I wonder if the wolf has any abilities.
Dead on!
Keeping an eye out.
Party formation doesn't really work. Whoa. Ah! My wife's trying to blind me. She's taking some pictures there of something. Ah! What are you
is
doing?
it?
It's a bit annoying.
Wait, sailors, maybe.
Oh, holy god.
Hey,
On your word.
Huh?
Yes?
Can't you go take them somewhere else?
What is it?
how may I help? That's not very helpful. How may I help? Lava will be on seek.
Not even.
Crap. Hey, Armas Way. It is very, very good, Armas Way.
What is it?
It's literally
Hey.
Baldur's Gate 3, if you like these games.
Following your lead.
It's so well done.
I'm here.
Where are you? You're there.
Pulling it.
Aye? Sunrock.
So many enemies. I didn't really expect
Hey.
this many enemies. Like, oh, there's a troll and a Puvgra. Just attack those. Suddenly, billion enemies.
Hey.
Yes.
How may I help?
Is it the doggy? Yeah.
Lava will be on seek.
AoE for the win? There is AoE. Yes, there is. There is a lot of AoE in this game.
Well,
And yes, AoE for the win.
what?
Problem is though that a lot of the AoE
Following your
hits
lead.
your guys as well. So you have to be a bit careful, not just randomly throw it everywhere.
Huh?
Doggy died. Oops. No, he has a 7 entrance. The doggy is fine. I may have thrown the fireball at the doggy as well. Oh, well. The doggy is down.
Yes.
What a mess.
Huh?
Ready, Watcher.
Kun mennään hakemaan se kirja, niin otanko mä ruokaa sen myöskin Prismalle?
Yes.
Oli.
Voisi miettiä mitä siellä semmoisen erikoisempaa.
So much for you.
How may I help?
It's nice to have a bit more difficult battles every now and then. They summoned a small rain blight as well, so there's even more shit thanks to that.
What is it? What?
Our priest is getting beaten by multiple guys.
Hey. Lava will be on seek.
Bigger shares for the rest of us.
There goes the
What is it?
last skeleton. Well, the trolls are almost
Ready,
dead,
Watcher.
so it's fine.
How may I help?
Actually, like everything is almost dead on this side.
They got the priest.
Yeah,
Hey.
they definitely did. What? Something died and hit my guy for a lot of damage. Actually, ranged guys,
What is it?
get this.
On your word.
Yeah, this kind of
These
range,
ones
man.
are in for a walloping.
There we go.
Some fermented caribou milk would hit the spot right now.
I shall.
Well,
No, you're fine. You don't need to go to rest yet. No one likes lol. Rasputin, no. He's the best guy in the party. Although I like pretty much all the party members are actually fairly nice and interesting. Not too generic bullshit. Maybe
Hey.
either is kinda, but the other guys are fun. Should probably head to the Defiance Bay, to be honest, but I kind of feel like going this way. Get the Durwood Fort Village, explore then the Searing Gorge and all
well,
those places as well. Anyways, this area is now done. Let's go east. Even though the game is telling me to go Defiance Bay. Oh, it's raining. Nice.
light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Takimakura pillow or something. He's interesting person. He's a big tree. Gorge and village have cool companions to get. Nice. Feral druid. Let's not check the druids yet. Although my party is full, I'm not sure who I would kick out of the party if we got more party members. Those trees are pretty cool. Let's kill the deer.
Well,
That doesn't look safe. Whatever it is. Just a glowing circle on the floor there.
Hmm?
The starlight illuminates pattern in the ground. You kneel to get a better look. The stone here has been carved with few simple shapes. A small circular indentation marks the center, and a much larger circle surrounds it. You see what appears to be writing about the two circles. Can you kick yourself out? No, sadly no. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. I don't know. I guess I would kick the Chanter out if I got some really interesting guy instead. So look at the circular. The indentation is shallow and smooth. It looks like it was intended to hold something specific. Examine the outer circle. Several shapes have been carved along the outer ring, though most have been worn away. You can make out a crescent above the center. Examine the writing. The characters are completely foreign to you, no doubt remnants of some long forgotten language. Wait a while. You wait for a few hours watching the stars wink and glow overhead. So we need something to drop in there. No, well, Rasputin is the only healer
Good.
in the party, so
well,
I'm definitely not kicking him out. Rasputin as in Durance. And I'm not kicking Eder out because he's basically my tank, so he's very much needed in the party.